otherwise granted is terrific, and the act of pitching and rolling your plane is so effective at eliciting a feeling of actual G-force that I personally had a hard time doing more than one mission at once without breaking out into a nauseous sweat. It's a shame that there's no option to play the main campaign in VR. The head tracking and free look alone would be incredibly useful, but the mode is a great addition nonetheless. Good aerial combat is important for a game involving jet fighters, but it's a given quality for ACE Combat. Skies Unknown boasts a beautiful photorealistic world, entertaining mission variety, and a reason to get excited about clouds. But most importantly, it carries a renewed devotion to the history and stories of its fictional universe, and with that, it brings back the human emotional center that makes it remarkable. ACE Combat 7 is a fantastic return for a series that is at its best when it wears its heart on its wings.
I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful.
There's more to war than just weapons and politics. ACE Combat is a series that showed us just that, hitting its stride in the early 2000s with an enchanting mix of jet fighting and human melodrama. But in the past decade, its entries suffered from putting less importance on its signature stories. It dropped 4 games worth of fictional lore in favor of real-world locations, traded pathos for machismo, and attempted to add cinematic blockbuster bombast to the clinical nature of flying jets, all at the cost of losing its identity. Thankfully, ACE Combat 7's Skies Unknown brings the series back on course, and is a significant return to what it was in its prime. A thrilling interpretation of modern aerial combat that also tells a war story with heart, a conscience, and personal stakes. The narrative of Skies Unknown dives back into the fictional series universe last seen in 2007, and deals with the conflict between the familiar powers of the Ocean Federation and the Kingdom of Erusia. You play a silent, faceless Ocean pilot who will go through some allegiances, but half of the plot actually occurs in cinematics that run parallel to and separate from your actual missions, and come from the perspective of seemingly minor players around the periphery. It's a war story that pivots with the actions of its small characters as much as it does military, and leans heavily into themes of the human condition. The fabricated ideas like nationality, borders, and cultural identity, as well as the ethics of advancements in technological warfare. To be clear, there aren't many nuanced discussions to be had between the pronounced personalities of the cast. This is a drama first and foremost. Radio chatter is filled with bold statements of ideology.
As long as our nation stands, the young will carry on.
And sometimes it feels like they're in the writing for entirely different, slightly juvenile reasons.
How penal is this